the way as Mr. Pibb is.
Is Mr.
Mr.
Is
Pibb,
Mr. Pibb a mister?
Mr. Pibb is actually a doctor. Dr. Pepper, however, is a charlatan.
But you know who else is a mister? Mr.
Oh, and Mr. Sinister.
And Mr. Sinister, sure. Mr. Mom, which is Lone Star.
Mr. Fantastic.
Sure. Mr.
Rogers.
Mr. Rogers is definitely a mister.
Yep. Mr. Doctor.
Mr. Doctor, sure.
Bullseye most ridiculo.
We're talking about people who go by Mr. something. We're just filling airwaves. That's I said Mr.
Yeah,
Mister.
you got Mr.
Yep, I
Mister.
got that. Great band, by the way. They did Kiri? I think it was Mr. Mister. I think it was Kiri. I'm gonna check right now
All right.
for the viewers at home. I don't want to spread false.
It's going to
information.
ruin your algorithm. Mr. Pandaria, the new WoW expansion. Oh, that's actually really good world. Really good world. I can't even say word
Yeah,
now.
Mr. Kiri.
Mr. Magoo. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good one.
Mr. Magoo, that's a good one.
Mr. House from Fallout. No.
Oh, that's true. Can't beat the house.
Milton Rotussin.
Tough acting.
Yep. Tough Acton Acton.
Yep.
Mr. T. Yep.
Yeah,
There's one.
that's another good. God, I wish I was better at being smart.
Mr. Fantastic.
Well, you already did Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mysterio.
Mysterio. I
That's
like
a good
it.
one. That's
Yeah.
a really good one. Mr. the Bus.
Mr. Magnets, the leader of the Brotherhood.
Mr. Magni. Yep, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, what other Mr. is there? There's got to be another one.
Mr. X, the leader of the X-Men.
He's gonna bring it to you.
Oh, X is going to bring it to you.
Yeah, have you seen a game with Xavier as leader?
Have I seen one? I've played into it a few times.
Okay, what on the stream or
Yeah.
well, like on Wait Did I Roll Wild?
Yeah, I think
Or
we have.
Power Fade.
It looks like we have webs for Conan and the Barbarians.
Okay, I see
Avengers and webs. Webs and Avengers.
I see Amazing and I see Black Cat.
He has a couple there.
I see
so
Logan and Ghost Spider. Yeah, I'm so good. I got 2 working eyeballs.
Look at you.
So top.
They should
3
call you
features.
Mr. Eyeballs.
They should call you Mr. I Love You, Dr. Mario.
Just
Just what? Tell me.
Black Cat, Ghost Spider, Miles, Amazing Spider-Man,
And Logan.
and Logan over there for Conan and the Barbarians and the Web Warriors.
And then I see Ultron, Discount Steve, Captain America Sam, also Ghost Spider, and
Miles is going to be leader of the Web Warriors.
yep. I can't see that other one.
It's Ghost Spider, Falcon, Luke Cage,
There's
Captain.
Oh, it's the
Oh.
it's the drones.
Discount Cap is not out, but it looks like
Hey,
Ultron
is.
and the Ultron drones are.
Oh,
But he just took someone away. I just didn't see who it was.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so both Sam and Steve, Ghost Spider.
I don't know a whole lot about the new Ultron. I haven't really been playing since that box came out.
He's very good.
Yeah, I've
he's
heard
a
that.
bully.
I've heard good things. Does he really benefit from?
He doesn't have
Discount
to stay
Steve?
until after deployment.
Well, no, I know that, but I'm just saying, does he particularly benefit from Discount Steve?
Yeah, he has the Echinacea beam, which pulls people towards him.
Okay.
He can throw some big stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a use for
cheaper powers.
cheaper powers.
And his minions come around when terrain is destroyed.
Correct.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. And he can throw. That's just like a self-perpetuating engine.
It is, I mean, it's like he's never had to recharge his batteries, honestly.
It's kind of ridiculous, Dr. Mario.
All right, so it looks like we have Sam down, dead center there for the Outlanders. Once again, this is on Riots and Extremis. Nope, that's the same one. Riots and Hammers, some might say. He's basically MODOK Poo 2.0.
He's
That's
immune
very
to
true.
bleed?
He is immune to bleed. He's a robot.
What?
All right, we have Amazing Spider-Man up at the top of the screen on top of that level 1 apartment building.
Do you get immune to double bleed if you were to give him under your skin?
Yeah, that'd also give him double fly and double immunity to poison.
Oh my goodness. Girl?
Don't forget Sidney Poitier as Mr. Tibbs. Oh, and not to be forgotten, but Annie's Flaming Bear from League of Legends, Mr. Tibbers.
And then the Zelda character from Wind Waker.
Mr. Tingle.
Yeah, Tingle.
Tinkles. I don't know.
Tinkles. Yeah, I think that was his name.
All right, looks like a ghost spider going down right next to Sam.
Mr. Bigglesmith.
Oh, Mr.
And when he
Bigglesmith.
gets upset, people die.
We have Black Cat there on the yellow car. Look at how high up she is on that lamppost, too. Like, that is elevated.
So-
I like that. That's pretty dope.
I have a Black Cat tattoo. Bit of a fan. Let's just put it that way.
Miles Morales down under that yellow car on the left side of your screen.
There's a lot of cool things you can do with that model. I think that that's the right way to do it. I think her doing it off of just like the ground kind of looks silly in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I think when you do cool stuff like have her jumping off of things, I think it's just like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
actually it's just a lot better.
Fire hydrants, low walls,
Yep.
lamp posts.
I have it going off of the Daily Bugle sign because it was in the same box.
I really wanted to do the Core Box 1 Spider-Man who had like the arm that you could kind of like put directly up in the air and do a ballerina pose with him holding up Black Cat.
Does he have tacos for pouches?
Well, yeah, what else are you going to do with all those tacos?
That's fine.
All right, then we have Steve Rogers, Captain America, there on the bottom behind that hand. Whoa, now he's in the hand.
Mr. Goodbar.
Now he's back down. And now he's back. And now he's Ultron, actually. The old bait and
Switcheroo.
tyrant, you know?
Classic Ultron.
Classic Ultron. And the drones are going to go right above the pharmacy.
Dr. Mario works there, actually.
Your local neighborhood pharmacist.
Yeah, he sure does. You walk by and he's like, "Meow."
On his days off, it's Mr. Pibb.
get a-
Occasional pharmacist.
You get a pill. He's a pharmacist.
And then that is Ghost Spider on top of Josie's.
Yeah, Dr. Mario confirmed MCP.
Oh, Dr. Galactus.
Sure.
Mr. Surfer.
Sure.
Mr. Craven.
Did, has the new Sinister Six stuff come out?
Yes,
It
came out
has
yesterday.
come out. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it was this weekend. It's a shame that nobody here has it completely painted. I got to say, the dedication is pretty lackluster in that regard.
It's been too humid in here to paint.
That's that's true. What kind of madman would paint in here?
A Mr. Madman.
Oh,
And that is going to be Luke Cage up towards the top for the Outlanders. And Logan at the bottom. A lone star. Logan. Because he's alone.
Mr. Mom, by the way.
And formerly known as Ultron the Tyrant, Steve Rogers will now be deployed up next to the man, the myth, the bodyguard, Mr. Cage.
I definitely think it's going to be. I think I'm going for Steve leadership on this, just because of the fact that Sam's leadership does not activate on grunts. That was corrected a very long time ago,
Yep.
but can be misleading if you're reading the old card.
All right. Stever is the leader
Yep.
for the Avengers.
It's hard to say. He was much better after the update, but I still find it hard to bring a lot of the leaders if they're not leading. There's still a lot of, especially the old ones. Like you probably still wouldn't bring Daredevil. Like Daredevil's way better than he used to be, right? But and now he's also a leader. It's like, would you bring him not as a leader?
I mean, great question. As far as leaders go, Amazing Spider-Man's going to long move up,
Yep.
pick
He's
up a
go- yeah,
hammer,
he's
and he's going to be within range one of the Extremis Council.
Kind of like what just happened.
Well, yeah.
Crazy.
I was like commentating.
That's amazing.
right? They call me Mr. Tater. I thought it was supposed to be a commentator thing. It's not.
You just really like potatoes.
I keep my feet in the dirt a lot of the time, and they grow roots.
That's also amazing.
All right, so he is going to move up with his second action to just be on the other side of the console behind the Oscorp truck there. Keeping it classy in San Diego, and also getting some cover and line of sight blocking with that size 3 Oscorp taco liquid truck. Liquid taco truck, sorry. Not a sponsor.
Full of that nacho cheese.
Hammers and Extremis. We have an Ultron activation, so moving up the drones. And then he's doing a measurement here. For what?
And if I remember correctly, the grunts can blow themselves up, correct?
So the grunts blow up when they die.
Yeah.
And deal damage to everything within range 2, I believe. Maybe it's range 1. No, it is 2.
It's 2.
And then Ultron will gain a power for each enemy that is damaged by that explosion.
Interesting.
They cannot interact or contest at all.
3 health. Pretty good.
So that will be a double move. I think he wants to make sure that he's going to be in range 3 of that bottom point. So next round, he will be able to kind of double blast. He can blow stuff up. There's stuff there for him to be able to come back out.
Now, for the
Ultron has the Echinacea beam, which makes people want to go near him because they're so much healthier.
Is this the top table?
It is an undefeated table.
Okay.
It's only round 2.
Yeah, sure.
But Ultron is also going to pick up that hammer and be very much on that point, the secure at the bottom there.
Now, Age of Ultron does not work with the new one.
I
don't think it
forth
does.
on that all the time. I don't know. It's Ultron.
I'll check the card right now. But it's interesting. It's interesting now because if he does have the hammer and it does work on him, you have to pay more.
Correct. It
So
costs
that
9 power. instead
Kind
8.
of tricky in this particular matchup.
It does. It does work with him. So then Miles is going to move up and grab a hammer as well on the back point. Miles Morales, not a lot of people know this. Big fan of local newspapers.
Is he?
I mean, honestly, a lot of times, especially at this event, anytime you see Miles Morales, he's hanging out on a newspaper delivery system.
That's true.
The old NPS, newspaper delivery system. Not to be confused with people that compulsorily have to deliver newspapers, which is called newspaper delivery syndrome. All right, so that is Luke Cage. Looks like he's just going to double move up and contest that top extremis point.
I did confirm. It is Ultron. Probably the alias. I'm sorry. It's probably the alias it's referring to.
Yes,
So that it should work.
it does. The roster doctor confirmed, as does Don't Care Won't Use. Still one of the greatest Twitch names ever made that we've been seeing a lot recently at events. Correct. I don't know why I said anything there. That's my. I did not follow instructions. That is true. Oh, I called it. I already got called dumb.
There you go. Good job, buddy. Are you a wizard?
All right, so we have Ghost Spider moving up. Looks like maybe an impact weapon.
If you see 4 dice, it will be.
Okay, so that will have. Didn't look like any damage go through, but did get the wild, so does get the push. And is going to push Luke Cage off that extremis point.
Oh, probably a web line then.
Oh, it did get pulled back towards her.
So web pull, or whatever it's called.
Gotcha, so must have impact webbing for the gainer, didn't get the wild, and then used the pull to get him off.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah, it's web swing is the other one, and then I always want to call him Spawn. It's not Spawn. Venom. Venom's is also called web line, I believe. I'm not gonna look it up, but it's the same thing.
All right, so Steve is going to double move up to replace Luke Cage, who was kind of rudely removed from that point. Yeah, so it's all the web line pull. And with the gainer and power phase, yeah, she'd have just enough to web line him off. And it's push medium towards. Yep. All right, so we have a move for Logan, and then looks like we're getting a Tornado Claw. Rolling 3 hits. He got to 2 rerolls, didn't convert either. Ultron is blocking 2, so it looks like 1 through, but I think that has a pierce on it. Or a bleed.
It does. I don't see a wire.
Up in the top. For the attack.
That's him, right?
Yep.
Right.
And then he gets the place off that, and that will have him contesting that bottom extremis point. Joke's on Logan, though. Bots can't bleed. Tisdale's 1,000% right there, and you just got to hit him harder. So there is a pierce on that. So it did look like some damage went through on Ultron. Sam is going to be moving up here long to contest that back point. It's a lot of movement to not go far. As I say, you got to get up to get down. Oh, and Sam also picked up that backline hammer as well.
Good for shield throwing.
It is.
Get
Because
multiple
you can kind of T-ball it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Ricochets. Anybody that does multi-attack per actions are going to be just huge for hammers.
Yeah, great for ricochets.
Yep. Rapid fires.
All right, so it does look like Black Cat moved. Looking at a second move.
Classic Black Cat. Bye, Felicia.
And that is going to have 2 on that top extremis console. And then we have Ghost Spider, who, a little bit of a fun fact, does not have spider senses.
Does not. And I can tell you lore-wise, it's because she has not developed them the same as Pete did.
Correct.
But she does sort of get it when she becomes Gwenum.
Yes.
Sort of.
And that is a Ghost Spider move. And, yep, there we go. We are going to wall crawl over the Oscorp tank to double contest that top point with Steve, which should break even there at 2-2. And we'll get on the point. I believe that is going to be round.
There's a party on the other side of that Oscorp truck.
Ghost Spider is paying 1. Oh.
Is she
To
light
pull
saving?
Spider-Man off. No, to webline.
Okay,
she
she's
is
on
under
webline.
Steve leadership, so it only costs 1 to webline off.
Oh, that's true.
So it looks like she was able to get in just the right spot to be able to pull him off the point and a little bit further back. And we are going to be 3-4 with the Avengers in the lead.
Good move.
That was a great move. Top tier move. Going in here to round 2, so that is going to have initiative priority with Conan the Barbarians. That's not Conan. For the team. Yeah.
So, gotta say, when you have events like this, especially team games,
Yes.
it's a good idea to have a lot of cracks in your brain, with lots of folds, so that you can store the brain power to be able to figure out how to do your matchups and all that.
Yeah. A lot of fruit wrinkles.
Yeah,
Of the
for
brain,
sure.
they say.
For sure, yep. Mine is filled with fruit flies, personally.
When you were growing up, were you fruit snacks, were you gummies, or were you fruit wrinkles people? What did your family call it?
Well, I was never a children, but when I was a younger adult, what's so funny?
Nothing.
Is something funny?
No?
Okay. Well, I thought I heard you laugh. Anyway, so fruit roll-ups, for sure.
You called fruit snacks fruit roll-ups?
Yeah, I love fruit roll-ups.
Right, but what did you call fruit snacks? Like a package of fruit
Yeah,
snacks?
I'm thinking. I guess I've always just called them fruit snacks.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, same.
It might be a southern thing. Do they say something different up there? Like a colloquial?
No, so like, I always called them fruit snacks, but I definitely had like friends whose family called them fruit wrinkles, and I was like, that sounds gross. What the hell is that?
Well, they're not really your friends.
Yeah,
if they
call
say
them,
that.
If they call them fruit wrinkles, they are not your friends. Remember that, kids.
Yeah. Stay away from those people. They 100% will steal your fruit snacks from your lunchbox.
All right, so it looks like we're getting a spender here for Logan going into Ultron, I believe.
The what, claw rush?
Maybe it was just a tornado claw. It's only 5 dice. 3 with Pierce. Ultron was blocking 2 before the Pierce, so that means 2's going to go through. All right, so that's going to put Ultron at 4 damage taken. And that should give Logan enough power for a spender.
Tornado claw is the spender.
Oh, tornado claw is? What's
Yeah.
the
X slash is the. X slash does not have bleed.
It does not.
That's interesting.
It doesn't X puncture the skin.
Dr. Mario.
All right, no matter the cost.
We still doing Logan?
All right, so this is a beam. So going on the grunts first, popping off. 2, 4, 6. Grunts blocking nothing. Grunts are gone. They're going to explode. No one within 2. No damage. And then the follow-up onto Ultron, and we're showing 3, but he has 2 rerolls. Why not? See what you got. Ultron blocking nothing. That is going to be 4 into Ultron, who now is at 8 damage. That is a dazed Ultron.
Sheesh.
Wow.
Sure.
He can't even bleed, though.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the famous saying is, if you can bleed, you can kill it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why the Age of Ultron exists, because you can't kill it.
Ultron actually famously known for being the understudy for Ben Stiller in the movie Dodgeball, but changed up the line a little bit. Just, no one makes me bleed blood.
That's pretty good.
And Logan picked up the hammer. That is
That's dangerous.
a huge,
If you tornado claw with
huge
that
activation.
thing, yeah, that was big. And Logan's definitely one of those characters that can just be very tricky to actually get rid of.
Yes.
With that healing factor.
Well, and as far as tactics cards go,
And exceptional.
what do we have over for the Web Warriors? Does he have exceptional healing?
He'd be foolish not to.
Brace, exceptional healing, fallback, all webbed up. Don't know what to do. Sometimes you turn around and it's just Spider-Man 2.
Suffocation. Dizzy, so he doesn't have exceptional?
He did have exceptional.
Okay, he did, okay. Yeah, what an amazing card.
Brace, Age of Ultron, Avengers Assemble, Marked for Death, and Mission Objective for the Outlanders Avengers. As far as tactics cards go. But yeah, getting Ultron off the board
That'd be big.
at the start of round 2.
How much health does he have on the other side?
I want to say 7,
6. Okay, 7.
but I'm not positive. He might be 8-8.
I'm gonna double check.
You do that.
No.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, 8 goes down to 6, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Do you want to use his computer?
No, I'm good.
I mean, you could look up things a lot easier.
That's why I have a phone.
Okay.
Listen, the hardest thing for me to look up is whose name is in my underpants. Because I got to look behind me and I got to pull them up real hard.
And if you don't spell it backwards on the tag,
Yeah.
and you look in the mirror, it's going to be backwards. And I'm like, who's Mitt? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy. That guy keeps stealing your underpants.
He does.
What a jerk.
I'm planning an event in the beginning of August, a few days after the Deadpool movie premiere, called Maximum Effort, where there's special scoring for people playing squads with Deadpool and Wolverine and Logan. I like that guy.
Smart idea.
He has the card Age of Ultron. He does. And no hammer to make it more expensive anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, it could be an overcommitment to the right, but Ultron, Metal Tyrant, should have stood a pretty good chance up against Logan, but Logan does what Logan does, and that's steal other people's motorcycles and try to steal their girlfriend and then ends up crying about it instead.
I gotta say, the one thing about MCP is that there is this thing called the dice factor, and statistical averages be darned. When you roll those dice, you do not know what's going to happen in this game.
Correct.
It's always tilted towards attack, and you figure one lucky spike will ruin everything.
Yep.
So you just have to hope you get a spike back.
Correct. Spike not really appearing until X-Men Evolution.
And also loves his magic decks to be very... Spike is the Rune Goldberg machine one, I think? Or is that Johnny?
What?
You never heard of this?
No.
The 3 guys that make decks, Johnny, Tommy, and Spike. Never heard this before? Okay.
So we have a shield going into who again? Sorry? Ghost Spider. Wow, popping real off there. Showing 6 with a ricochet.
There's
Blocking
that
2.
There's that Spike back.
Yeah.
So what? 1 health left on Gwen?
And then it's going to ricochet into Amazing Spider-Man. Showing 1 there, blocking 1, and a crit, and he gets a power, and Spider-Man, makes $20 off someone throwing a shield at him. And he's going to do it again.
Gwen's not looking good.
Yeah.
That's a daze, Gwen.
Whew. And that is Ghost Spider Days. So similar to a type 2 diabetic whose sugar is a little high, she needs an insulin spike. Yeah, I didn't like the way it turned out either.
Yeah, well, it's a good try.
We can all just forget that one.
It's a good try. An insulin spike? I think the word you were looking for was glucose.
Yeah.
Insulin fights glucose.
Yeah.
Like barroom fights.
Correct.
It's like if I see you around here again, I'm gonna...
Insulin's kind of like the hype man.
That's true.
Because it makes your cells significantly more receptible to
true.
actually consuming and getting rid of the glucose.
That's fair. As a doctor, I can confirm that is...
Insulin is the Flavor Flav of the diabetes world.
That's a workable allegory. Mm-hmm. I'll give you credit. Like and favorite this video if you like allegories. Comment down below whatever your favorite allegory is.
So Amazing Spider-Man here is going to be popping off against... must be Sam with Vibranium Shield because he rolled 5 dice on that defense. Showing 4 with crits, hits, and wilds on the attack. And then looks like blocking 2 on the defense. So 2 through, and he's probably going to get some free throws or all that other Spider-Man nonsense. Also gained a power for rolling a crit there. So now there's the dodge. He's not going to block anything from it.
Brutal. Extra 3 damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then looks like he's going to be lining up the web swing. Maybe to cover his back point so Miles can move up and do some stuff, or be able to rotate over to Ultron. Though I kind of don't think he needs to. But this should be a pretty solid comeback round for Conan and the Barbarians. All right, so he is going to pay the 2 to Webline.
Makes sense.
And he's going to go to the other side of Ghost Spider. And attacking the enemy Gwen.
Gwenception.
And we're getting a bodyguard, I believe, into Luke. Or Cap. He's got a bunch of bodyguard over there. Let's see how many dice he rolls. So 4 could be either.
It's got to be. I guess Cap is 4 physical. Really.
Yeah, they're both 4 physical.
Yeah.
But look like didn't get any procs there. No damage through. And that's dice, right? At the end of the day, first one spiked hard. Like me eating a blizzard.
Because it spikes your insulin.
Yeah.
Spikes your insulin.
And then the second one just kind of flatlined. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Perfectly average dice, actually.
I do, Fry Man.
So now that I'm getting to the bottom of this concoction, I found all the pulp.
Sure. Get a big mouthful of it.
Oops, all pulp. Yep. Feels like I got a bunch of mealworms in my mouth. I'm just sticking to everything.
Good thing it's not like a dune worm.
No. Those actually don't taste like pulp at all.
That's true. Tastes like a popcorn bucket, though.
There's no thing that I want to say that I should say in response to that.
What I said was innocent enough.
Yeah, that's right.
Children play MCP.
That's right.
And we love children. They're our future.
Children are the future.
That's why we got to teach them math.
Yeah, everyone should honestly learn math. And by math,
they can play MCP.
Yeah. I want to say that word so bad. So bad, roster doctor. Dill said you'll say it with me. No, I think we're all right.
I won't. Just know we all thought about it.
Yeah.
I got you.
DW, I got you.
I got you.
I got you.
Well, the thing is in a similar kind of train of thought, which we'll keep PC, is
You're running a train of thought right now?
I run a lot, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a pretty prolific runner. And we went to Chick-fil-A before we came here, and they also put the chicken in this weird plastic container I had to eat through
Yeah.
to get to the chicken.
I don't know why they decided to encapsulate your chicken inside a grocery store cake container.
Yeah, it doesn't make
But-
sense. They used it as bread. Like, why didn't you just use bread? What a bunch of idiots. Not sponsored.
Tisdale said, so they could kill more turtles.
Oh, I forgot
Honestly,
about the agenda.
turtle futures right now, just as far as the market update, kind of going up right now.
Sure.
Chicken prices are kind of crashing a little bit, so
Yeah.
people are switching to alternative fuel sources for soups. What used to be the chicken noodle soup being kind of the remedy for a cold is now turtle noodle soup.
Sure. Is that what I should do with all my plummeting Tesla stock?
Yeah,
Just put it into turtles? Mm-hmm. Turtle stocks. Turtle
stock.
stonks up.
or Dogecoin, obviously.
Dogecoin, great. There was a clown in a cartoon that told me he was going to show me how crypto works, and he never did. Watch the whole episode. He did not ever bring it up again.
Look at this.
Look
at
this. What's that over there?
All right.
Hey, look at me.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, Mike?